my God, I'm in a whale's mouth, lobster jumper on brush with hungry humpback. Michael Packard, 56, was spat out after a large portion of a moment, yet Master says experience would have been absolutely freaky for the whale. A New England lobsterman has portrayed the second he understood he was caught in the mouth of a humpback whale off the shore of Cape Cod. Wow, I'm in a whale's mouth and he's attempting to swallow me. I contemplated internally, hello, this is it. I'm at last going to kick the bucket. There's no escaping here, Michael Packard told a neighborhood news station in Provincetown, Massachusetts. Packard, 56, was 45 feet down off Race Point looking for lobsters when the taking care of whale, attempted to be an adolescent, took him. He said he felt this enormous knock and everything went dull. From the outset, the angler accepted he had been assaulted by an incredible white shark Buta could discover no teeth. It was going on so quick, Packard said. My solitary idea was the way to escape that mouth. Halfway ingested in the Leviathan's throat, and encompassed by a drape of sifting baleen, Packard said he continued breathing into the controller of his scuba tank. I understood there was no defeating a monster of that size. He planned to do with me what he needed to do. He planned to let me out or swallow me. Afterward, during the half-minute difficulty, Packard said he started to consider his circumstance all the more obviously. Here I am, I'm breathing air. Am I going to be breathing air in this present whale's mouth until it runs out? Insane stuff. Out of nowhere he went up to the surface and just ejected and began shaking his head. I just got tossed noticeable all around and arrived in the water, Packard reviewed. I was free and I just drifted there. I was unable to accept. I'm here to advise it. Boat Commander Joe Francis, who had been following Packard's air pockets, revealed to CBS Boston, I saw Mike come flying out of the water feet first with his flippers on and land back in the water. I bounced on board the boat. We got him up, got his tank off. Got him on the deck and quieted him down and he goes, Joe, I was in the mouth of a whale. He goes, I can barely handle it, I was in the mouth of a whale, Joe. Single quote. Packard was taken to clinic and released sometime thereafter. He's damn fortunate to be alive, Francis added. Philip Hawke, creator of Leviathan and Albert and the Whale, Albrecht Dürer and How Art Imagines Our World, and a companion of Packard and his fishing accomplice Josiah Mayo, says the humpback was very likely as astounded as the jumper. Hawke says Herring Cove seashore, contiguous Race Point and where the episode occurred, is shallow and known for social occasions of adolescent humpbacks benefiting from sand eels during this season. Whales have poor forward vision, he noted. Mike would have been down there gathering lobsters, and the whale, attempting to swallow sand eels, would have abruptly discovered he had a jumper in his mouth while the individual in question was hauling in a tremendous volume of water. In any case, before the whale could push the water out through the baleen channel and lick the sand eels off with the tongue, the individual would have discovered Packard. Since a humpback's throat won't acknowledge anything bigger than a melon, the whale would presumably have froze. This youthful humpback is hanging out, it truly hasn't figured out how to take care of appropriately and doing dumb things, and abruptly he's in a difficult situation. He's swallowed Michael and now has this colossal thing in mouth. That would be absolutely freaky for a whale, so it's gone up to the surface, and in a human way, regurgitated him out. The last thing a whale needs in its mouth is something so enormous it would gag it. Michael is inside the whale, and God understands his opinion, however anybody on the Cape knows the issue with incredible whites. They are there, and they're tremendous, and 3 individuals have been assaulted, 1 lethally, in the previous year, says Hawke. Hawke says Packard will be changed into mythic figure in Provincetown, the Jonah who returned. He'll never have pay for another beverage for the remainder of his life. The movie producer John Waters, an occasional occupant of Provincetown, had been in contact. Are you envious, and do you trust it? Waters composed.